My brother is great seeing you, man. How are you doing and how's the family? Because it's been a long time since you and I have had a chance to chat. I think the last time I saw you was on a red carpet, and that would have been probably 4 years ago, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, how's the family doing everything else? Because 4 years ago, the world as we speak today, completely different.
Yeah, I actually, my family's good. All considering, I literally just lost my father. Um, like about 6 weeks ago now. So, um, that's been different. Um, difficult on. I got two really young kids. So, but honestly, it's hard to like make it make sense to other people. But I'm so blessed and my family's so good that it's hard to be like super upset. My dad was good people. So, and my dad supported me like crazy. So, I'm just being there for everybody else, pushing through.
Well, your dad, I know, must be proud of you because from what you have accomplished over the years, you are a great example of not just your family, but our community too. Because you've always been a leader, you've always prospered, and you've never, ever let anything stop you from doing what you've always wanted to do. Are those the kind of lessons you learned from your dad?
Yeah, I think loyalty, love,
Mm.
hard work. There was my pops. I admired that, like, he worked a 9 to 5 job, and I don't think he ever missed a day in his life. Like, bro, like I honestly can't remember a day that he ever missed. So I've never had a 9 to 5 job in my life. I've always felt like I was like 25/8, So that's something I definitely got from him. And my mom's a super hustler. So you feel like, you're a direct reflection of your parents in the situation you grow up in. And, the choices I made were all choices I made on my own, but you do everything with a grain of salt because of the way your parents bring you up. So
Blessings to you, your family, and I
thank
send my
you, bro.
condolences also because I've got mad respect for you. I still remember the actual first conversation we had, and I remember you telling me about how your mom sent your CD to me when I was in radio, hoping that I was going to do an interview with you. We never made that happen. I take, of course, responsibility for that. But those are busy and crazy times too. I'm just glad that we're able to do these now, and especially seeing where you have come from.
Thank you, bro. I've
You
always
know,
respected you a lot, brother.
always, always. When we talk about where we come from, before we get into this new amazing single and video that you have, hip hop has come a long way. I wanted to get your thoughts on what you thought of what we all had a chance to experience, the Super Bowl, in seeing hip hop in such a high and respected level.
I loved it. I mean, I was in New York when the Super Bowl was going on, so I was just like casually watching it in the hotel. And um I mean, I'm super blessed to be able to see a lot of live shows, and I've worked with a lot of those artists that perform too. So just watching it was super inspiring, really dope to see it. I mean, that's what the Super Bowl is like. A lot of the culture and the music really goes with sports. So to see that and these guys and be a part of that was incredible. It was a really good halftime show. It was probably the one that, I mean, I know there's been more memorable moments of like shock value and stuff with the Super Bowl probably for other people, but for me, I just really actually enjoyed it as a fan.
The one thing that frustrated me, and if you go on my Facebook, you'll see it because I immediately wrote something up right after the Super Bowl was done. And if you can use the term "the haters," there were some people who didn't understand it, and also made comments that you could tell that they had no understanding of the culture. What would you say to people who don't understand hip hop's roots, hip hop's language, hip hop's theme, hip hop's stories, and hip hop's evolution?
I mean, first and foremost, hip hop is, African American culture. And I think as an artist that's classified as like a white artist, I think you have to understand and realize that absolutely everything in my own life and everything in the music is influenced by that, because that's where it comes from. That's really what it is. So the appreciation on my side and people in my life is, we understand it. So when you say something like that to me, it's like people are ignorant. People look for reasons to be the opposite of something. Like, especially right now, like, you could say anything and somebody got the exact opposite thing to say, no matter what
True.
you say.
True.
It doesn't matter how you actually feel, somebody has the exact opposite of you. So, and they're quick to voice it. So, I mean, that's ignorant, because, I wouldn't want to watch Britney Spears, or I'm just using these people as example, or, even Christina Aguilera perform at halftime. I'm not saying they're not incredible artists. I'm saying personally, I don't want to see that. But I also would not go online and be like, I don't understand what those two are doing, and it's not cool, or I didn't like it. So I think people just want something to complain about. So, and it's super ignorant, because sports, music, it all goes hand in hand, all genres of music. So, people need to be a little bit more understanding, I think, at this point.
Absolutely. One of the things that I love about with your career and your videos and your music is it's always big. It's always about the journey and where you can lead to. Why is that image or those images so important for you in your music, lyrically and visually too?
I mean, sonically too now. I haven't really had a choice. I've been actually trying to stay away from interviews lately, which is really silly of me, with a big single out. I'm just not comfortable talking to certain people right now with just a lot of the stuff going on. But obviously we're friends, and saying I don't like interviews would be completely opposite of who I really am. But the frequency is really important too. Like, I haven't got to say this, is where I was going with what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I actually put the 528 frequency in all of my music now. So the 528 frequency, for somebody who wouldn't know, is the love and healing frequency that you can, like, actually, it's just a very soothing sound that one of my mentors gave me for, like, when I'm meditating, or just when I'm trying to, like, change my mood. And most music, I think, comes out at like 448
Mm-hmm.
hertz. And that's not the best for your ears. So I feel like, the right energy, the right frequency, all these things, or, like, the right message, which is energy and frequencies, I think can really change and really play with you, because people do it the opposite too. Over the years in music, people have put bad frequencies in the back of music, or, things to change your mindset. And I think that, I think we hear everything at 440. I
Mm-hmm.
just, and everything's recorded at 448 or something like that. Um, but I think that that stuff's super important, because it can actually dictate, where you go from where you're standing. And I think it can really change your path. And, I feel like I've learned so much over the last 2 years with COVID and all this stuff, just having a chance to, like, be tighter with my family, or be home instead of being on the road, or reading more, or being in the studio religiously. So I think, like, all that stuff really helped me. Like, even myself, like you said, that's my message. Well, that's what I need. I need that stuff. I need to feel like that. I need to feel like I got to get up in the morning and I got something to do, or I want to be happy about it, because things don't just suck for one or two people. There's lots of stuff that everybody could sit around and say, it's no good, or that's no fun, or that hurts, or but it's everything else that you got to focus on.
Absolutely. Let's get to the focus on this new music video, which, again, I don't know how you could have recorded this during COVID, but it is amazing. What is the new video called? What is the theme about? And of course, who is the special artist that performs on this also?
So my brand new single is called Mountain Valley. It's obviously a remake of the classic "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. I gained the master rights to this record probably about 12 months ago. I redid it with somebody else before Trey Songz did it with me, and I was in LA. I played Trey and a couple people the other version, and he kind of looked at me like I could really knock this out. So we did it. We did it together, and he's an incredible singer. Like,
Yeah.
his vocals and what I wanted this to be, um, is exactly what I got. And the visuals are very clean. I'm still independent, but it feels like I'm working with a major label budget now. But you know, it's clean. It sounds great. Like I said, the frequency is love. It's powerful. It's about, it's not like the original was more of a love story. This is more of like a get up and go get it,
Yes.
and about giving people some hope, giving people some good energy, and just rallying. That's it.
Are you ever gonna do a movie?
I've been in a few movies, but like really
No, I
crappy.
mean you direct, produce. If you want to star in it, you have an eye for film. Will
Thank you.
you ever do this?
Yeah, I think I would. It's cool that you say that too, because I'm super hands on with like everything I've ever done, no matter what. Um, yeah, I would love to. I would love to. I would love to at least get a big acting part and then kind of learn how some of that stuff works from there. But I've got the same name as that other big director, so that might be a little bit difficult at first.
No, it won't. You'll eclipse him. You'll eclipse him. I have no worries when it comes to you on that. What's gonna happen? EP album in the future, more singles, and any chances things are slowly opening up? Will you be able to tour?
Definitely an album coming. It's called In God's Hands. I've got another single with Young Blue, who's like uncontrollably big right now. He's won like Best New Artist, Soul Train Awards, and BET Awards. So we have a video and a single coming out together. That'll be next. I've got another really big single with probably like arguably the biggest artist in R&B. I just need the video for it. So until I have that, I don't feel like I have full clearance. So I don't even want to jinx that. But and then like I said, I got a full album done called In God's Hands. It'll come out soon. It's done. It's been done for a minute. I'm sitting in my studio that I built in my house. So I mean, COVID allowed me to record like a maniac. So I definitely have at least one project ready to go. Touring's coming back. I've been booking a lot of stuff overseas. I have a booking agency too.
Yes.
So I've been booking stuff overseas in Dubai. I've been doing a lot of stuff over there. I was actually supposed to leave for Dubai 2 days after my pops passed, and I was actually with him the night before he passed when at like 11 o'clock at my parents' house because my mom's a travel agent. So I was actually booking my flights to Dubai and ended up talking to them for like 45 minutes that night. So that was I never got to go to Dubai for that. Would have been my first show back, but it still allowed me to like. It's so strange, man. It allowed me to still have time that I wouldn't have had. So it's like I'm super optimistic like that. Like I find like ill stuff in stuff that's not really good. So yeah, that's coming back. We're planning some American dates right now for some other artists and myself. We just announced I'm going to be performing with Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg in Texas.
Nice.
Um, and then I think there's like 7 more shows that are being attached to that. So that'll be beautiful. I like working with those guys a lot. I get along with Snoop's team really well. Um, so yeah, touring's coming back, but the government's taking their sweet time. But
Yeah.
I don't want to say much about the government because they support me like crazy. So I've been quiet.
All right. Before we wrap this up, your amazing father. Could you give us any inspiring words that he has maybe told you that you can share with us to help us get through these tough times?
Honestly, before I did anything in the music business, my dad would always like if I was he already said bye, whatever it was. I was leaving, we were on the phone, whatever it was. He would stop me and he would always say, "Hey, have fun." And I always thought it was corny as hell. I was always like, yeah, obviously. Like, like obviously I'm enjoying myself. Or I always thought it was so corny. And then it's like, now you realize those little things are everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's something that's something.
Sending you peace and love, my friend, to you, your family, and looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully, any chance we might see you at the Junos as it's going to be in Toronto,
Hey
somewhere
man,
around June.
if you could do something about that, that would be beautiful. You got to be on the board or something. Tell them.
I got some words I can pass around. All right, my brother. I'll let you go.
I'm hoping this year would be the year.
I'm hoping to. Big love to you, your family, and all the best.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.